BassResinator here. I have a very detailed, let me get that out of the way, mold of an eagle head and then another flying eagle over the top of a forest. And this is supposed to be some type of mountain type of thing, but I don't know if you can read that. There's some, it looks like letters, but I don't know what it says. And I've looked on the original, I got this from Temu, and I looked on the web page to try and see if I could identify what. I can't make it out. So if that has some special meaning, I can always carve it off if I don't like the meaning. But anyway, I'm going to put an eye in this guy. And then I'm going to do something that I saw Tracy from Mini Scenes GB do. And that's paint using Intense Chameleon using alcohol. So I get in, these are trees, excuse me, I had to, just ate. These are trees right here, but if I try and put mica in there, it's going to clump and it won't be able to, I won't get a good thing. So I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to do a gold beak. And this is going to be not a bald eagle, it's going to be a golden eagle. So I'm going to have maple color with little flecks of gold Intense Chameleon. So that's my plan on this one. Intense Chameleons always do good if you have a really dark resin behind it. I'm going to use Asphalt Magic, which is a darker gray, silvery, so that it, have you ever seen that Baldy on Yosemite National Park, that one big flat face mountain that's just granite or some type of massive stone that got carved by the trail of the iceberg or glacier, not iceberg, the glacier as it was going through there during the ice ages. So it's a kind of a gray look. So that's what I'm hoping this Asphalt Magic will do. But I'm going to set the eye in place first. So I'm using a little bit of Let's Resin UV resin for bonding. And it had a textured eye, so I put a little bit of extra. So what doesn't seal around where the eye would be with this, because that's not the same shape as that texture on there, that hopefully the, oh come on off, I was hoping it would just pop right off. There you go. Come on, fall off. Now, be nice. Fall off. That the UV resin will create or fill in that texture so that this eye, there we go. So that this eye will be a good fit. Okay, now cure from the outside in. Then I'll flip him over and cure the other side. I could get out my big double-sided lamp from Let's Resin, but if you saw, I'm not going to show you. My desk is just, my workspace is completely covered with different projects. They're not projects like they're drying or curing resin or anything of that sort, but they're projects in my mind's making. So I've got things here and there and right and left, and yeah, my wife just comes in and like looks at it and laughs at me like, yeah, right. Can't wait till you retire so you can clean up your act in there. Okay, that should be long enough there. I'll go to the other side. And then I'm going to try this technique of painting mica with alcohol ink. So it'll stay in place, won't go crazy on me, hopefully. And it will make a beauty. Dog hair. Okay, now I really want to do these trees first. So where's the brush I'm going to use? It's right here. They had him in a plastic thing and it's got massive static. Okay, this is what I'm gonna. This is a greenish intense chameleon powder from Resin Rockers. And it's got that little foam. Oh. How do I do this? I'll get a little scoop. You can't see very well, can you? Let me turn this light on. There. Boy, this is a deep green, not the same color as the one from Let's Resin. Don't have very much alcohol in this container, but we'll try. I don't know how. Well, let me just try a little bit here and see what happens. I think I need more powder. Okay. More powder time. When this dries, it should leave the color in the place. At least that's what it looked like when I saw Tracy doing it. I'll find out if I'm doing this right or not. Tracy was probably sitting there, no, Tim, I told you not to do it that way. And I'm like, I'm doing the best I can. Somebody else was doing this as well. I don't remember who it was now. I think maybe Claire, who just got a new house and is getting it all set up, or moved to a new place. I don't know. It's not going up the walls like I would like it. This looks cool right there. Okay. Don't know if I'm liking this way of doing things. I'll let that dry out. Speaking of drying out, just a second. Okay, so I dried out my brush and I'm touching into that powder that's stuck on the lid, on that foam lid, and I'm trying to get the walls of this mold a little bit better. We'll see how this works. If it works. This is a really pretty green if I could get it to. Well, it's as it's drying, but it's leaving. You know, that may be a really cool thing though, to have it be darker in some areas and lighter in others. Maybe it'll look more like real trees. We'll see. Okay, now I've got some that decided to go awry. So try and clean that up. There's that one. There's some over here on this wing. I believe I can fly. Okay. Now, get the gold. Now, if I know I've got a tiny brush somewhere. Not the brush that comes with the, there we are. This little tiny thing. Because Golden eagles have mostly brown, but they have little wisps of gold in their feathers, at least the mature adult phase. So I'm trying to, oh, way too much. Get off of there. Oh, I can put that up on the beak. The beaks are a lot brighter yellow, but I think if I put a yellow in here, and I back it with something dark, it's going to come out not yellow. I think when you see the color scheme that I'm doing and the mix and match of this and the maple, you're gonna go, oh, that's my wish. Okay, now all of you, on the count of 3, practice, oh. Now this is the feet of the flying eagle. So I'm going to get those gold. And his beak is back in there. And I'm going to put a little bit of, not much. On these ailerons, special flying feathers. Not all feathers are for flying. Did you know that? Yeah, that is the truth. My wife's name is Ruth, and I'm saying that's the truth, Ruth. come in and just get crazy with this. I'll use the bigger brush, the one that comes with the intense chameleon powders, this big one, and use the maple. I'm having to turn this so I can see it. There's a shadow. I'll clean up the edge of the mold in just a bit. I want to get the color in place. And these, a couple of these spots are deep areas of the mold. Wow. Man, I don't know if you can see this very well yet, but goodness. Whoa, got a little bit there, just the big fluff. I'll take this over and blow it out in just a second to get all the excess. Wow, man. My hometown, the mascot was eagles, so these have always been very precious to me, so I want to make sure I do it right. And the eagles that fly around here are not bald eagles. We have the Mexican imperial eagle, which are very rare, golden eagles, which are rare down here too. At one point they were hunted for their feathers. I got another brush rolling off the table here. Okay, gotta turn this around now so I can see what I've missed or what I need to get. Oh, I see there's an area right there. There was, I don't know who was making these molds, but there was a trend in making these double things with a big, like the head and then the full body. I have one of a horse. I don't have any of the other ones, but they're a bunch of different animals that, oh, people. I may, when it's all said and done, go around that eye with a marker to accent it more. Okay, so I definitely have some loose powder there. So I think, other than, and that I'm not going to color. I'm just going to let it with the color of the mica that I put. I'm not the mica. The color. Well, I don't know if this is mica or not, but yeah, I think it is. But the color of it, that's going to be a dark gray. So I'm going to go dust or blow this out and then mix up some resin. But I also have another mold, starfish, a starfish tray. And I'm going to just, I'm not going to color it. I'm just going to use Eye Candy Koga Gold in the resin. So yeah, I'll be back shortly. Mixed up some resin. I'm using Promise 1 hour epoxy, which is a 1-to-1, and you can see the color. It's a darkish silvery gray, and that's going to be the backing for this eagle. And I mixed it up, and then I started mixing up the Koga Gold for the shell, while to let the other one degas. See if I get that right there. Maybe you can see both of them. Okay, so this one is pretty much degassed. So I'm gonna, well, this little guy right here in the middle, I have no idea how much this is gonna hold. I mixed up 6 ounces. I think I may have mixed up a bit too much, but I didn't want to mix and then, oh, I gotta mix up some more. Maybe not. I want to, before I fill it all the way up, I want to pick it up and do a little dropsy with it to try and release any bubbles that might be trying to hang on. Especially in this area. This is a really pretty color, colorant in this mica, in this resin. If you need a silver gray that has a lot of sparkle, now you're not going to see this because it's on the, well, you will see it on the back if you turn the mold around. Well, I may have guessed very accurately without realizing it. I should tell you, I cleaned the edges of the mold off. Yeah, I did. Man! Is that cool or what? Okay, so this mold holds 6 ounces. All of the things that I'm using are going to be in the description down below. Click where it says more, and then click more again, and you'll be able to see the list of everything I'm using. And if I have discount codes for you, I'll put those in there as well. But I found this mica powder, this from Pigmently, this Asphalt Magic, just by happenstance. I'm like, oh no, what? And I tell you, I have never been let down with it. Every time I've used it, it was exactly what I needed. And I think that's going to be the same case here. Look, notice how on the edge right here, it's already turning that silver. So the darker stuff is down at the bottom, which is going to bring out those chameleon colors. Okay, we'll see if I mixed up. This is about 3.5, maybe 4 ounces. I don't know if this is going to be enough. Well, that's a pretty gold. Goodness. So colors from all over, colors from Resin Rocker, that green that I used, colors from Let's Resin, colors from Eye Candy, and colors from Pigmently. You know, I may have guessed just about right. You can see those, how that's coming up, and you can see it coming up the edge of the mold, and it's not leaving any air pockets, which is perfect. Well, I have a little bit extra. Not much. Trying to figure out what to put it in. Oh, I got this Druzy Corgi. Back to the rescue. Not that the Corgi is a rescue Corgi, but I have used extra resin from other things. So I've got brown Corgis, I've got a silvery color Corgi, I have an orange Corgi, which is closer to what mine is. It's when you have a Corgi that's orange, it's called red, and Titan is a red. He's got just a little bit of white on him, but on his underside. And there, yep, calculated that out. Okay, let me get this out of the way so I can move the Corgi into position so you can see. There we are. Now, these will be cured up in an hour. And I'll come back and unmold yet again tonight. So, we'll see what those are like. Be on the lookout for some collaborations that I have been involved in. There's a Halloween one coming up, and what is the other one? Oh, anyway, there's one about flowers. So both of those are the second week in October. Okay, I'm gonna spritz with alcohol because this is the back side, and I see some bubbles trying to sneak their way up. I had a little bit of resin on my glove, so. Okay, looks like I'm gonna have to put some more alcohol in there. That's it for now. I'll just wait for it to cure up. And I'm not talking about a doctor. Doctor, I need to cure up. Put some resin in it. Okay, see you after a while. All cured up. Notice what I did with the little Corgi. I put a clasp thing on there. I just set it on there, and I thought I was getting it in early enough so it would sink down a little bit. Nope, it had already gotten on there. So there's a little brooch type of thing. So yeah, pull this guy out first. Maybe I'll wear it to school. Yeah, cool. This is a really nice little Corgi mold, Druzy Corgi. That Druzy is a doozy. Okay, first one of these, I'm going to go with the, see, I have gold, and this one is gold backed by silver. So there we go, got that loosened. Okay, it's loose all the way around now. So now I should just be able to open it up. And we'll see. Oh, that one's longer. That arm of that starfish is a little bit longer. So it felt like it was tugging. Oh, come on now. There. Well, somebody's in trouble. I hear the cops siren. Living real close to a big road, I hear that lots of times. Sometimes when I don't want to, I'm trying to sleep. Oh, this is going to be a pretty dish. Okay, what is the deal with this one? Does not want to come out. There. Oh, he's bent. Let me set him down. All that twisting and stuff to get him out of there. Yeah, put that in my bathroom, or because it's a ocean theme, or any place where we have shells or anything. You could use that on a dresser, and isn't that a pretty gold? Yep, it's a dark gold. It's almost like one of those. Let's Resin has some metal powders, and one of them is called ancient gold, and that's about the color of that. We'll see about this guy now. Well, look at that. There's a Titan's hair right there. Well, this is coming out pretty easy. That's nice and nice. I'm just hoping all the mica stayed on the resin. Oh, we're missing a little bit. Oh, wow. Look at that. Goodness. And those look like real trees. His beak is gold. Wow. Okay. I am satisfied with this. I'll get some good pictures of this. It's in the middle of the night. So I will get some pictures here and under some good lights. I'm trying to figure out which way this guy is up, but it doesn't really matter as long as I get a good picture. Wow. Look at that eye. Did I choose the right color or what? I don't even think I need to go around with a marker. Yeah. And you see how the gold tips on those wings? That's a golden eagle, all right. Okay, I'll get some good pictures. And we'll call it a day. Thank you to my subscribers and those that just like checking out stuff. You ought to subscribe. Be part of the team. Getting close to 1,500. Get to 1,500, you're going to have to do something special. Look at this. This is I told you that it would look like that stone on Yosemite. Yep. Okay. We'll see you for the next one.